Hi guys, welcome to this week's lessons where we're focusing in on finding products from your local grocery store that you can use to help create optimal health lunches and dinners. And from Friday we talked about taking your dinner plate, cutting it in half again so that 50% of that plate is full of fruits or vegetables, 25% of that plate is protein, and 25% is 100% whole grains. So moving forward, I'm going to be looking to see whether or not your lunches and dinners have those components in roughly those quantities in most of your lunches and dinners. Today, we're going to focus in on that 100% whole grain part of your lunch and dinner plate. And the reason why we're going to start there is because typically, those foods are going to be semi-processed, like your breads and some of the other grains are going to be more processed foods, less raw. So I think it's important that we at least start out and we find what products that I feel are a little more superior than some of the others. So let's begin with looking at a specific bread. And this is a Pepperidge Farm bread. And the reason why I like this is because this is a 100% whole wheat bread. And one of the other things that I like so much about it is that this does not contain any high fructose corn syrup. Good luck finding 100% breads, whether or not these are Pepperidge Farm or another product, that doesn't contain high fructose corn syrup. Most do. I want you to try to limit how much of that you get in your diet. So this already has my vote because it doesn't have it and there's very few out there that don't contain it. Again, breads are always, for the most part, highly processed. So therefore, you should limit how much of them that you eat per day. For those of you on a restricted calorie budget, I would recommend a slice per day at most. Okay, if you have a sandwich, one slice, cut that slice in half so that you have a half of a sandwich. For those of you on a little bit bigger calorie budgets, you can get away with 2 slices, but I don't want to see it as something in every part of your day. This does contain 100 calories per slice, so you're going to run into some issues for those of you on lower calorie budgets if you choose more than 1 slice of this. It does have 4 grams of dietary fiber, and when you look for whole grains, what you're looking for is at least 3 grams of fiber per serving. So a serving here is 1 slice of bread, and this contains 4 grams of fiber, so you can pretty much feel very much assured that this is a 100% whole grain product. And it is. The first ingredient is whole wheat flour. There is no label here. Remember that label that I showed you in our label reading lessons where you can look to see if it is a 100% whole grain product. Some food companies aren't registered through that system. This one obviously isn't, or this would have a 100% whole grain stamp on it. So this is why you have to learn how to read food labels as well. But this is an example of a bread that I do like that you can find in any one of our local grocery stores. Moving on, I also found this. Over the last couple of months, these little buns here have been popping up all over the place. And what this is, again, this is a Pepperidge Farm brand, and I have seen other companies with very similar ingredients making a very similar product. But this is called a 100-calorie thin roll. And what this is it's like a hamburger bun, only it's what I would call a much healthier hamburger bun. So up until now, you've been pretty much restricted to eating a white, floured, enriched form of bun that really does nothing for your health. You're basically going to consume at least 120 calories through one of those and get no nutritional value whatsoever, something that makes your blood sugar rise and then fall very quickly because there's no nutritional value in there. But now these pop up to where if you had a hamburger or maybe a ham or a turkey sandwich, something like that, and you wanted to put it on the bun, this would be a much healthier option. There's only 100 calories per bun. There's 5 grams of dietary fiber. There's no high fructose corn syrup and that kind of junk as well. So I like this. This is something that you can use for sandwiches and things like that if you wanted to go that route. All right, and again, Pepperidge Farm makes this, but you can also find this in other varieties from other companies. Okay, now let's move on to a pasta. And you can find whole grain pastas, whole wheat pastas all over the place now. But why I kind of prefer this Barilla brand is because this form of pasta really does truly taste like regular white pasta. And if you're like most people, you may struggle with transitioning over to eating whole wheat pastas because there might be a little taste difference in your opinion. I personally love them and prefer them now since I've been eating them for so long over a regular white pasta. But I've seen several studies looking at this Barilla brand, and what basically happened is they blindfolded different participants, and they put a regular white pasta in front of them, and they put this Barilla pasta. And most people couldn't tell the difference. They couldn't pick out the whole wheat pasta in comparison to the white pasta using this Barilla brand. So this is one that I would recommend if you're a person that's a little bit skeptical about switching over to whole wheat pasta, or you've tasted it before and just like, oh, I just don't like it. Give this one a try, because I think that you might be able to switch and transition over to this particular brand if you're not so much a fan of the whole wheat pastas. So give that one a try. There's other varieties out there. This is a thin spaghetti or angel hair. You can find them in penne and regular linguine, spaghetti, things like that. So give the Barilla a try if you're having a hard time. Another thing that I absolutely love, and I'll be showing you more of these on Friday, is that you can find these in any grocery store now. And what these are is these are called steam and bagged fruits, vegetables, and grains now. And this is a Bird's Eye brand. And what you can do is this is brown rice, and you can literally throw this in your microwave while you're maybe, you know, preparing your plate for dinner or lunch. And in 2.5, 3 minutes, out pops 100% whole grain brown rice. And I love this. This is so convenient, because I personally I'm not a person that likes to prepare elaborate meals. I like to have something very quick and easy whenever I come home and I'm famished from a long day at work. So you can throw something like this in a microwave, and like I said, while you're getting some of your other things ready for dinner or lunch, this cooks. It comes out in a matter of a couple minutes, and there you go. This is a 100% product. There's one ingredient in here, and that's cooked brown rice. It's great. You'll see that some of these products do contain a little bit of sodium, and when you see that with only one ingredient, that means that these are naturally occurring sodium milligrams in these products. So there's 5 milligrams of sodium in 1 cup of this cooked brown rice. So this is an optimal health food that I would highly recommend that you consider using whenever you're creating those portion plates for your 100% whole grain portion. Okay, so you can find these again in most grocery stores. I would recommend going with this. And then finally, the last thing I want to show you today is a very good, healthy cracker. And I like these Triscuits. This is a reduced fat brand or style of this box. As if you eat Triscuits, you know that they come in a multitude of different flavors and varieties. But I like the reduced fat just because you're getting less fat. You don't need any of that extra stuff. They just take a little bit out, some more carbohydrates go in. But good luck finding a cracker that has 3 ingredients, and that's what this contains. This contains whole grain, winter wheat, soybean oil, and salt. Most products like this contain just a slew of ingredients. And if you ever look at an ingredients list of crackers, I mean, it's crazy. The ingredients list takes up half of the panel on the one side of the carton most times. And most of the ingredients you can't even pronounce or even know what they are. So the Triscuit is good. I like eating these with some tuna or chicken salad, throw some healthy lettuce and some tomatoes on there, and have that for a snack. And you're getting 7 crackers for just 120 calories, only 160 milligrams of sodium. That's not horrible. But this is, again, like bread, more processed, but I challenge you to find a cracker like this that doesn't contain more than 3 ingredients. So there you go. There's some ideas that you can use, some specific products to create and use for that 100% whole grain part of your portion plate. So on Friday, we're going to go into the vegetables and some proteins and talk about that. But moving forward, I want to see you starting to choose some of those healthier products for those whole grains as you start to build and create those lunches and dinners. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. If you have any questions about it, don't hesitate to ask me. I'd be more than happy to help you find these or talk about other products that you may have questions of. Okay, so until next time, I'll see you guys again. Bye-bye.